Alright class, this is the second video in the segment on the Populist Party. The first video we introduced the times and we talked about the money question, the whole debate that was going on between the haves and the have-nots, and the debate on whether or not to expand the money supply by coining silver as well, or to keep the gold standard in effect which would limit the money supply, therefore causing a stronger dollar. Now, this segment we were going to look at the farmers, the origins of the farmers' movements with the Grange, and then the farmers' alliances, and ultimately the Populist Party. We'll look at the grievances that they had and some of the measures that they took, and hopefully you will see a couple, things overlap between the money question and these farmers' movements. So, getting started here with the farmers take their stand. Agrarian unrest, or the farmers' discontent, had flared, forth a little earlier when we talked about the Greenback Party that was forming shortly after the Civil War. When prices were sagging in 1868, and a host of farmers unsuccessfully sought relief from these low prices and high marks of debt by demanding an inflation of the currency with paper money. This was the Greenback Party. In 1867, shortly after the Civil War, you see the first Farmers Association formed as well. This is the National Grange of the Patrons of Husbandry, better known as the Grange. It was organized by a man named Oliver Kelly. Kelly's first objective was to enhance the lives of isolated farmers through social, educational, and fraternal activities. Farm men and women, they are cursed with the loneliness and widely separated farmhouses, found the Grange's picnics, concerts, and lectures a godsend. This is one of the reasons why we saw the younger generations of farmers leave towards the cities, because of that sense of isolation and loneliness which the Grange attempted to cure. Kelly also found farmers receptive to his mumbo-jumbo of passwords, secret rituals, as well as his four-ply hierarchy, ranging for men from laborer to husbandman, and then for women from maid to matron. The Grange spread like an old-time prairie fire, your book says, and by 1875 it claimed almost 800,000 members. The Grange is, most of their support came in the Midwest and the South. So the Grangers gradually raised their goals from individual self-improvement to the improvement of the farmers' collective plight. So what's this farmers' plight that we're discussing here? In a determined effort to escape the clutches of the trust, they established cooperatively owned stores for consumers and cooperatively owned grain elevators and warehouses for producers. Their most ambitious experiment was an attempt to manufacture harvesting machinery, but this venture, partly because of mismanagement, ended in financial disaster. And so you start to see the farmers are trying to take the idea of the labor unions almost in numbers their strength. And so, hey, we don't have enough money to buy these machines that we need to produce the amount of crops we need to be successful. So let's get together and pool our money and our resources together, and let's go in this as a collective unit rather than individually. The Grangers also went into politics, and they enjoyed a lot of success in the upper Mississippi Valley. We're looking at Illinois, Wisconsin, Iowa, Minnesota. Hold on a second, I will come back.